So guys, in this video, let's solve a question which came in 2023 paper 2 GCE. Question 7a. The diagram shows the positions of three towns PQ and R. PQ is equal to 7.1 kilometer, PR is equal to 23.8 kilometer, and angle RPQ is equal to 92.7 degrees. So we want us to calculate the distance RQ to two decimal places. Distance RQ. So RQ, it is that line which we are looking for. So this question, it is under trigonometry. When you just open your first page of your exam paper, you see this question which says a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc, that's minus 2bc cos a. So that's our general formula, but in our case we don't have a, b and c, but we have in terms of r, q, p. So this means that I have this r here, that's my capital letter R. So the opposite of this R, where it is pointing to this direction, is where I have my small r. So I have my small r here. And then something to Q. My Q, it is here. It is pointing in this direction. So I have a small q there, a small p that side. So I can now substitute my formula. I write in terms of P, R, and Q. So it will be A, which one, the one for the angle, is the one to start for. So this P, which has the angle, is the one we are starting with. So I'm starting with a P squared is equal to, I'm writing a R squared plus Q squared minus 2RQ cos. That one I started with, which has a angle which is cos P. So cos P, like that. So now that's the matter of substituting. So I can now substitute. P squared is the one which I'm looking for. So it will be P squared is equal to R. My R is this one, which is a 7.1. So there is R, I substitute a 7.1 squared plus Q, my small q, it is here, which is 23.8. So it is 23.8 squared, 23.8 squared minus 2q. So my q is 7.1 again times, so my r is 7.1, my q is 23.8, so 23.8, and then cos p. So cos p, I get this angle for p, which is 92.7. So it will be cos 92.7. So it becomes my p squared is equal to, so when we do 7.1 squared, it is 50.41. So 50.41 plus 23.8 squared, it is 566. So 566.44. That one is a point. And then you say minus. So when you multiply 2 times 7.1 times 23.8 times cos 92.7. We are getting a negative. So this negative, it is for that negative 2. And then we multiply, get a negative 15.92009608. And then it will be my p squared. So it's a p squared is equal to, so when I had 50.41 plus 566.44, I'm getting a 616. So 616.85 plus negative times the negative, it is positive, so it becoming 15.9200. That one is a 200.9608. So my p squared, so I write a p squared is equal to, so when I add 616.85 plus 15.92009608, I'm getting a 632. I'm getting a 632.7000961. But this side I have a p squared, and my interest is finding a p. So I'm going to introduce a square root on both sides. So square root this side and the square root the other side. So this squared and a square root will cancel. I mean with a p is equal to, so square root of 632.7700961, it is a 25.15492191. So that's my value of p. But they said we leave the answer to 2 decimal places, so you can conclude that RQ is equal to 25.15, which is in kilometers. So that's our RQ. So now let's go to part 2. Let me just clear some space here. So for part 2, we want us to find the area of a triangle PQR. So in finding the area, there is a formula which we use for area. So you say area. So now this is our part 2. So part 2. So area is equal to half. So like before we want to be examined, they give area is equal to BC sin A. That is for our general formula, sin A. But in our case, we don't have A, B, or a C. So let's use our letters which we have. So A standing for area is equal to half. So BC, in our case, we're getting R and Q. So we have a R and a Q sin. So this sin, we're getting that one for a angle, which is our P. The one which has a angle. So it will be sin P. So area is equal to half times, what is our R? Our R, it is 7.2. So I'm substituting a 7.1, I mean 7.1 times Q. Q, I'm substituting a 23.8. So 23.8 and a sin A, I'm getting this angle at P. It's a sin P. So I get that angle at P, which is sin 92.7. get a sign 92.7. So I can multiply 1 over 2 times 7.1 times 23.8. So for now, let me multiply those. I'm getting a 84. So area is equal to 84.49 sine 92.7. So my area will be, area is equal to, so when I multiply 84.49 sine 92.7, I'm getting 84.9620554. So let's round off our answer to two decimal places. So it will be, area is equal to 84.40. So that one is 84. So 84.40. The unit it is kilometer. Since it is a area, we add a squared, because area is always to the power 2. So that's our answer for part 2. Let's now go to part 3. So for part 3, we want us to find the shortest distance of P from RQ, given your answer to two decimal places. So short distance, we are coming from P, which is this P, going to RQ. So our RQ, it is this one. So short distance will be that line to be short distance, because when you use the other route that side, it will be a long distance. So short distance will be our height. So in finding short distance, we use this formula. So use formula for area. You know that area is equal to half BH. So in our case, our short distance will be from this peak going to RQ, which is our height. So let's make H subject of a formula. So you multiply by a 2 here, it becoming a 2a is equal to BH, because that 2 and the 2 is going to cancel. So we divide by a B, you say over B over B. So that B and B will cancel. So our H is equal to 2a over B. So that's our short distance. H is representing our short distance. So now let's see, I'll just show you how to derive that equation, that formula. So short distance, which is SD standing for short distance, is equal to 2a, a standing for height, b the base. So short distance is equal to 2 open brackets, a is our area. Our area, we found that value, but I'm getting the one which I didn't round off because I want to get a precise answer. So let me get 84.396205554 over my height, it is RQ. I mean my base, it is RQ. So that one is my base, and my base I found it to be that value. That was my base. So for a base, I'm substituting a 25.154, the one I didn't round off, 154,921. So is equal to, so when I multiply 2 times 84.396205554, I'm getting a 168. So 168.7924,111. I divide by 25 So that one is a 25.154929191. So when I divide, I'm getting a 6.710114692. So now I can, they said we leave our answer to two decimal places, so I can say SD is equal to 6.71, which is in kilometers. So that's my final answer. So for 7a we are done. Let's go to 7b. So for 7b, we wanted to solve the equation which is 3 tan theta is equal to 83, and then for which theta should be between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. That should be the range of our theta. It shouldn't exceed that. Okay, so let's solve our b. So our 7b, I want to try and solve the equation. Our equation of 3 tan theta is equal to 89. So we can divide. We divide both sides by a 3. So here over 3 over 3. So a 3 and a 3 will cancel. We remain with a tan theta is equal to 89 over a 3. But our interest is solving for theta. So let's take the tan the other side. So it will be theta is equal to the tan inverse. So the tan after cosine the cosine, it becomes a tan inverse of 89 over 3. So when you do on your calculator, tan inverse of 89 over 3, you get a theta to be equal to 88.04749. So that's our theta. So let's round it off. So if it is in degrees, we leave to one decimal place. So in our case, it has to be 80 degrees. It should be 0.0. So you can round it off to a whole number. That's our value of theta. This was our last part for this question. So our last part, we want us to simplify. So simplifying. When we talk of simplifying, we want you to reduce the certain figures which have been given. So that is our 7c. So our 7c, we wanted to simplify. We have a 9x squared minus a 1 over 9x plus a 3. So simplifying. So on top we have this x which has a squared. Again we also have a negative here. So that means that we can factorize using a difference of 2 square, because of one number which has a squared and a negative. In the rest numbers here, you can find a number which you can do a power. So 9, we look for a number whereby when we square it, it will give us a 9. What is that number? It is a 3. So we write a 3 squared, because you know that a 3 squared is same as a 9. So again we have a x squared minus, we look for a number, when we square it we get a 1. It is a 1 itself, so 1 squared. So all the numbers are now to power 2 over, and then down here we look for a common number which is common, which can go into 9 and a 3. So it is a 3 itself. So 3 is common So 3 open bracket. So here I'm dividing this 3 which I said is common. So this 3 which is common, I divide in that 9. So it will be 3 divided by 9. I'm getting a 3. So I have a 3. Here I remain with a x. Again plus 3 divided by that 3. I'm remaining with a 1. So here it is a 1. Like that. So on top, now that I have squared each and every number, I can now make two sets, one for a positive, the other one for a negative. So I have a 3x minus a 1, I make 2, and 3x plus a 1. So immediately make those two, the powers are gone. So it will be over, I have a 3 open bracket 3x plus a 1. So that one is a 3. So I can see that this 3x plus a1 and the 3x plus a1, they are the same, so I can cancel them. I remain with 3x. Let me just write it well. I remain with a 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1 over a 3. So that's the answer for this question. So that's it for this video.